Dear with everyone, welcome back to my bedroom. My name is Diesel and you are most welcome as always. Today we're going to be reviewing a book. Again, I know, I had a massive gap and now there's two in 2 days. Who'd have thought it? Let's get right to it. We have literally minutes before I freeze to death because Dublin is cold. So let's get right to it. I already said that. Today use your words. Today we will be reviewing The In-Between by Olivia Pierce. So, yeah, let's get straight to the facts. So, what's it all about? Well, The In-Between is about teenagers Tara and Justin, who used to be childhood best friends until she was forced to move away, but now she's back. And the Justin she once knew has grown up slightly, obviously. People do that, and he has changed into super good looking. He's really popular. He is like a star athlete at their school, and instead of speaking to him, she just admires him from afar. I like to imagine she peeks around corners and she's like, oh my god, he's so pretty, but I'll never speak to him, that type of thing. But then one day he almost drowns, and coincidentally, she is the only person on the beach who can perform CPR. So that's what she does. And lo and behold, he lives. And when he opens his live again eyes, he looks right into the face of his savior and falls madly in love with her. Now they are madly in love with each other, and everything seems to be destined for wonderful. But life says, nah, children, I don't think so, and makes a final destination move on them. And in another tragic accident, Justin dies. And Tara is left behind being a shell of her former self, dripping with grief, and can't seem to let her feelings for Justin go. In fact, she can still feel his presence. But there's a reason for that, and it's not just grief. Justin is in the in-between, and he is holding on. So, that's the plotline. Let's get right to thoughts. We'll start our thoughts off the way we always start our thoughts off, and that is with writing style. Nothing unusual, nothing out of the ordinary, pretty run-of-the-mill, no complaints here. Yeah, let's keep going. So before we get into plotline, I need to talk to you guys for just a second. My mission in doing these books, my mission statement, is that I always want to be 100% honest with you. And as you guys know, I've always said, if I get a book, I'm going to finish reading it. But lately I had an epiphany that if I had a book that I was struggling to read so much, that I was procrastinating so much, that just thinking about reading it was just like, oh, I'd really be rather reading something else, that I would do that. Because life is too short to read books that you don't want to be reading. So I need to tell you right here and now, even though it may be a mark against me with the publishers on NetGalley, but I didn't finish this book simply because I didn't feel it was worth finishing. And now that I've told you that and you know exactly where I'm coming from, let's get right to the review. The plotline of this book really intrigued me. I thought it was super interesting. I had read a book kind of like The Same Basis by Jacqueline Wilson when I was a kid, of someone who dies and never quite goes away. So that's why I was really interested in this book. It's why I requested it. And I was actually really excited to read it, and I was excited when I got accepted on NetGalley to receive a copy of it. But unfortunately, excitement didn't hold up enough to actually finish reading the book. In order for a book to keep my attention, it has to grab me right from the start, it has to move quickly, and it has to have characters that I either love to hate or love to love. And honestly, in this book, I hated hating the characters. When you first meet Justin, he is with another girl, and the way Tara describes this other girl, she's meant to be like one of the popular crowd, but she's like cold towards Tara or whatever, and she I don't know, she's kind of portrayed as the typical, you know, beautiful bitch type thing, but Tara never gives a reason to why she thinks she's a bitch. For the most part, all that I can see is this girl doesn't like Tara because she's sniffing around her boyfriend. And honestly, yeah, I would hate you too, Tara. And at the start of the book, when Justin is dying on the freaking sand, the author has this girlfriend. Someone says, "Oh, can anyone do CPR?" And Tara's like, "I can." And the author has the girlfriend be like, "Can anyone else do CPR?" What? No! Nobody dislikes someone that much to the point where they'd be like, "Oh, you can save someone I love or I'm dating or whatever." But I don't like you. You can't do it. Like, I knew at that moment that I was gonna have an issue. Like, ugh. Like, that was just the author trying to drive home, you don't like this person, she doesn't like our main character, you have to remember this. So that was my first, like, nope, not doing this. And then after that, first of all, when Justin has recovered from his near-death experience, he becomes infatuated with Tara, and he invites her to, like, go to the beach or whatever with him again, and he, like, goes swimming with her on his own. And the author is still trying to be like, "Oh, the girlfriend was like giving me the evil eye and stuff." Of course she's giving you the evil eye, you silly witch. You are literally, like, in her boyfriend's face. Like, I know the whole no one can make someone leave, they'll leave if they want to, but it was just so aggravating. Like, she was trying to make out that the girlfriend was, like, desperate to hold him there while this saintly Tara was stealing him away. It just really, like, stop pitting girls against girls in this stupid manner. It bugged me so much. Also, I can't remember her name, but Tara's best friend, the way the author describes her, she's just another, like, not that nice of a person. Like, not that she's not a nice person, but the author kind of portrays her as, like, oh, she's always dieting, she, like, thinks she knows so much about boys, which is no anything, blah blah. And it was like, Tara, why are you even friends with this girl if you're thinking all this crap about her? And I really felt like she was trying to be like, this is Saint Tara, and all the other girls in her, like, universe are horrible people in comparison. It just really, really annoyed me. And like, I found myself just hating these characters. And then the evolution of the love story between Justin and Tara, oh my god. First of all, it's like a whirlwind. The ball gets rolling and that train doesn't stop. Like, it's flying down the hill. There is no brakes. But you're 12 chapters in and nothing has happened. Like, nothing. They have just fallen in love. It takes 12 chapters. I was just like, oh my god. Like, if he's not dead yet, then I really don't care. And it was the final straw for me when the friend went from being like, oh, there's, like, a part in it where he leaves her room really quickly, and then the friend is, like, trying to convince her, like, that he's a jerk or whatever, and then suddenly a few pages later the friend's all like, oh, you're together, and it was at that moment when I just thought, like, oh my god, I can't do this. I hate all these characters so much that I don't give a monkey's what happens to any of them. And that is when I knew that I wouldn't put myself through reading this, because it was literally like I was procrastinating so much to not have to deal with these characters that I was, like, scooping my own eyeballs out and putting them on a shelf. And I know that sounds so mean, and you guys know that I hate to be mean because writing is so hard, but I just did not enjoy this book at all, and I could not bring myself to finish it. And I'm like, maybe if I had finished it and if I had given it a good run, I might have liked it, but 12 chapters is a good run. I really think that is a good, that's good. That's giving something a fair chance, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And you know, this might be a strike against me for publishers on NetGalley, and this particular publisher might never send me something again. I'm not sure even who published it, Full Fathom 5 Digital, something like that. They'll probably never send me anything again, and I'm sure the author will be like, you're a pain in the ass. But I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it to myself, so I'm not going to do it to you. Obviously, I didn't even finish it, so I'm not going to recommend it to you guys. But as always, if you read it, let me know what you think. If you read it, maybe tell me the ending. I just don't even know. Actually, don't tell me the ending because I don't care. I know, I'm so bad. Oh my god. This is probably the harshest review I've ever given. And that's saying something because I really didn't remember that one that I really didn't like. Oh. Anyway, I told you when I first started making these videos that I would always be honest with you, so that is what I want to do. So obviously I'm not going to recommend this book. I am on to the next one already. And if you read this, please let me know what you think. If you liked it, you didn't like it, you finished it, you didn't finish it. As always, I would love to know your opinions. So until next time, slán, and have a good day. Now I'm going to get warm. Bye!